Welcome back to the Decent Garage. Today is a special one. We're focusing on giving back to someone who's been a huge supporter of the channel since the very beginning, my brother. So let's get started.
Oh, you know it's gonna run forever. He's got his How's diesel treat. We put How's in every tank.
So I'm going to pick up a 97 Dodge, 12 valve 5-speed, 4-wheel drive, extended cab, long bed, dually. It should be a sweet truck. Hopefully it doesn't need too much work, but if it does, it'll be a good excuse to get my brother up here to Utah and have him help me get it ready and take it back down to Texas where he lives. Now you'll probably also notice I'm not in the truck. The problem is I don't have a truck that's currently running, so I'm in my little Honda Accord. Luckily I've got a buddy named Laredo. He decided he'd help me out, and I'm driving up to his house, and then we're gonna go in his truck and take my trailer and pick up this truck. Alright, so let me tell you about this truck real quick. So I found this on the classifieds in the non-running vehicle section, and it was listed as a 97 Dodge. It had pictures of an extended cab dually, and all it said was the price, and I think it said manual transmission. But anyways, the person would not respond to any texts, calls, emails, anything, and then finally out of nowhere he responded to my text. And so I think I was the first one he responded to, and that was after a couple days. But anyways, from looking at the two pictures that he's got on the ad, all of the exterior, I actually think it is a 98 12 valve, and it's a 5-speed 4-wheel drive long bed club cab dually. So in the pictures I think you can see the rear doors. So this is holy grail territory if you know anything about second gens. But he says the turbo is blown, so we can load it on the trailer, but I couldn't drive it home. So hopefully it's just the turbo. That'll be an easy fix. We'll see when we get there. All right, Laredo's here. He's got my trailer. Here is our ride. Long bed mega cab dually. Another holy grail, I guess you could say. Fella that was selling this truck was an absolute hoot. What comes with the edition?
That's just mine. No
Alright guys, we're gonna buy it. It's a Virgin P-Pump 98 12 valve bone stock. It's white, but it was green, we're finding out. You can see up in there. So it has been painted, but no rust. He smokes, and he smoked in the cab, but we'll make the best of that. We're gonna load it up and then we'll get a better look at it in the daylight. We got it loaded up. We came to a gas station. I didn't really want to get it on film and talk about it too much there, but this truck is a score. It's insane. I'm not gonna tell you what I paid for it, but my brother is going to love it. It's exactly what he wants. Let me show you. This is something I've never seen before. Here it is. You guys saw it kind of in the dark. It is actually a 97 truck with suicide doors. I've never seen that. Didn't think it existed. We wondered was it cab swapped, but the VINs are all, we checked the VINs with the title. Everything lines up, and look at that. Under here, brand new 5th wheel hitch, so it's got the rails in the bed. Bunch of tools and stuff in the toolbox that he left in there. And then you can tell it's actually been repainted. So it used to be a green truck, but it's not just the cab, it's the cab, the fenders, the hood. So kind of an anomaly. And then the other thing, it is the 97 dash as well. So this is just, I never knew something like this existed. I'm curious to figure out why it exists. We went and picked an extra HX35 up right there, $150, so we're gonna swap that in probably tomorrow. That should be what this needs to get going. Look at this, look at that, suicide doors. Shocked I am. So yeah, just wanted to show you guys. We'll walk around it a little bit better tomorrow in the light, try and get that turbo thrown in. She is a nice truck. This is the only sign of rust I can find on the truck. Right there. But look at these rockers. I guess a little bit right there. There's something about owning kind of a unicorn type truck that's super rare that is really cool. You know, I own these crew cab first gens that are unicorns as well, and there's something cool about owning trucks like that. Alright guys, we're going to call it a night. We will come check this out tomorrow in better light. Now that we have the truck back home and safely in the driveway, the first thing I want to do is completely clean it out. This guy left a ton of stuff in here. Who knows what we'll find? We may find some treasures, but it's probably a lot of junk. After we do that, we can move on to getting this thing running better and try and take it for a test drive. I knew this truck may be full of treasures, so Strong Kevin came and helped me dig through it.
He's got this stuff all over.
Holy cow.
This guy had to have been a truck driver, dude. This thing just looks like, oh.
This door? Oh, look at that, fire extinguisher.
Well, yeah, he smoked like a freight train.
Oh, hey, there's some left.
Oh, good. He was watching out for us.
So let's see, is this actually a cigarette case?
Light one up, I dare you. You'll be hooked for life.
No, they don't fit, so it's not a cigarette case. Got this, self-defense. These are actually...
That would look like it hurts if you would slash somebody.
If you slash, yeah, it would like dig into your hand.
Oh, Tim, look at these. These driving gloves.
Those are kind of nice.
You should give those to your brother. So you have to wear these when you drive this truck.
It's part of the deal.
This truck can't go to Texas without ZZ Top Trilogy. The 6-pack. It's got 3 custom CDs, 6 classic albums, Tim.
Let's leave it right on the dash. Is this a flagpole?
Sure is.
It was worth it. We scored. Gotta show, look what I found here. Huge roll of 3M VHB double-sided tape. That is, I mean, that's massive. Now I started to dive into cleaning out the bed too, but there's a lot of stuff that's just garbage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish getting all this crap out as soon as we get the truck running, and we can drive over to my buddy's house who has a dump trailer that he regularly takes to the dump. But we did uncover the 5th wheel hitch. It is a brand new 5th wheel hitch. Does not look like it's even been used ever. It's a sliding hitch too, so it'll work on a short bed. But this is sweet because we can take that hitch out and put our gooseneck hitch in there. So that's pretty nice. All right, let me show you where I'm at with this. It's cleaning up nice, but it's gonna take a professional detail, I think. I'm not a professional detailer. Vacuumed out pretty well. Got the nasty old floor mats out. Got the dash all cleaned off. Got the shifter boot cleaned off. I really like this shifter boot. I think it's awesome. Oh, I didn't do in here, but it's okay. I did on the top. The top was disgusting. Vacuumed this mat. This dash is going to have to be replaced for sure. It's pretty smashed and cracked. And then I think I said I did the door panels, did both sides. So it's a good start. So now let's get to what everyone wants to do, and I know that because I want to get to this. I want to see if it's actually the turbo that's the issue with the truck. That's what the guy I bought it from suspected. So let's go pull the air intake off, pull some of the intercooler tubes off, inspect the turbo, see what we're looking at, and I got another turbo we can throw in, and hopefully that's the issue. I'm going to show you how it runs real quick before we start tearing it apart so you can see what we're dealing with. So you can see how nasty that is. I think the seals in the turbo are gone and they're dumping oil all the way through the intercooler into the intake, and it just dumps out nasty smoke, won't spool at all. It died the first time I tried to rev it, so I'm hoping it's the turbo. We'll see. Let's open the hood and dig into it. Bone stock, except for the turbone. So with the intake off, checking for shaft play on the old turbone, and it's actually tight, maybe too tight. There's no play at all. There should be just a little bit. It looks like we're getting oil all over in here, coming out the exhaust. So I'm pretty sure the seal in there's had, seen better days. So let's pull the drain line off, pull the feed line off, pull it off and inspect it, because we're not going to run this turbo no matter what. All right, I took the intercooler tube off the outlet of the turbo, and there's oil. So I think my suspicion is correct. I think. Let's keep taking it off. All right, I found something else that I think is probably a big part of the problem. Let me see if I can get you guys in there to see. That's the turbo drain line. And I don't know if you can see it, but it is kinked. So the factory turbo drain line is actually a solid pipe. This is just hose, and it's kinked down there. Alright, so I pulled the exhaust flange off. I don't know if you can see that, but it is caked in oil. Definitely blowing oil through here. So I really think that drain pipe has a lot to do with it. This guy right here, I don't know what he's thinking putting that on there. But I've got a factory one. Yeah, it looks like the factory one was on here and he cut it and put the tube on. Dang it. So turbone's not going to go back in there. I bought a supposedly good HX35. We're going to throw it in there and see how it does. I think it'll run pretty good with that. Alright, here's the HX35. The compressor housing is painted white, and I touched it with my dirty hands, and why would you paint that white? Anyways, sweet. So it has the correct flange on the back. It spins. I need a turbo drain gasket and the drain. So this thing should just pop right in there. I've got a manifold gasket too. So let's go throw this in. So we got the other half of the drain hose out, and look how kinked that is. So that could, if the oil can't drain, it could push past the seals. The old turbone may be good still, but we're not going to run it. That's crazy though. So I've got a factory one right here. We'll throw that on. And it should work. We'll see. Alright, we got the turbo in. Factory drain line. Everything's hooked back up. Everything's tight. Everything is not clean. That is for sure. This thing's an oily mess. But let's fire it up and see how she does. Let's see. We're in neutral. The idle's low. That was like that before. That didn't sound much better. sounding better. Probably gotta burn off about a quart of oil from the exhaust. And, everywhere, it's probably coated in oil. Okay, it's better. It's still smoky, which the pump is stopped, so that can't be anything tuning-wise. It very well could just be oil that's caked in there. It's burned off. So we go put the air intake on, and then let's take it for a drive and see how it drives. Well, it backs out of the driveway great. I am optimistic. It's definitely it's definitely smoky, but it's not like too much fuel smoke. I really think it's just burning off caked oil. Probably gonna take, I don't know, a full tank of gas to burn all that out. Woo-hoo! It drives nice. Besides the smoke we got going on. I'll see if I can get you guys a view of that. Take a look back there. All right, let's get it back home. And that turbo, it's fixed. It's running really well now. Just quite smoky. It seems to be cleaning up a little bit. So let's get back home and make a list of stuff we got to do to this truck so that it's a nice truck for my brother. So I think the plan is to leave it fairly stock, but we need to go through it. We need new front tires. Look here, the sway bar mount is broken. We're gonna do probably a new air intake, clean up some of the wiring. Got the interior cleaned out pretty well, but I'm gonna order a new seat cushion with matching fabric for the driver's seat. Get some new floor mats. I'm gonna order a new dash. We are gonna replace the dash. I know it's a pain in the butt on second gens, but this one just needs it. I'm gonna order new gauges. So trying to figure out if I want to go on the pillar for the gauges or up in the rear view for the gauges or on the dash. I'm thinking probably just go with the traditional pillar. And then I noticed the tack isn't working, so we got to look into that. I'm wondering if the crank position sensor's not working, and probably get rid of this fifth wheel hitch, sell it, and maybe use this as a gooseneck hauler until the OG crew cab is done. We got to clean all this out, just basically dump all this garbage out. We need to do a front main seal and do the KDP. It's leaking bad, and I don't know if the KDP's ever been done, so we'll check that. And like I said, probably new air intake, but we'll probably stay with a stock HX35 for now. It runs really, really good now after I put a couple miles on it. Just need to go through and clean it all up. But fat and sassy should be a sweet truck when it's all done. And really, it's not going to take much. That's the plan for it. Let me know what you guys think. What else should we do to it? Did you see anything that I missed? What are your thoughts on it being a 98 cab with a 97 title and VINs? What went on there? How'd that happen? Really curious to see or hear or understand what the story is on this. But as of right now, if it truly is a suicide door 97 cab, it's the only one that I've ever heard of. So it could be a pretty rare truck. You guys didn't really think I was just going to end the video, and you had to trust me when I said this thing runs great now. Let me show you how it runs. I've been driving it quite a bit, and I'm falling in love with this truck. It just runs so smooth, shifts so smooth. No more smoke out the exhaust. Love it. Got it cleaned out. I guess there's a little smoke out the exhaust, but not too bad. Just so smooth. Well, there we have it. We have a 97 extended cab, 4-wheel drive, 5-speed dually truck that we found for my brother. I think the name of this truck is Fat and Sassy. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Is there anything else you would do? Is there anything I missed? Let me know in the comments. Thank you all for your support. You guys make this channel run. We will see you guys in the next video.